abused. Not bad to use something, but it's bad when you abuse it. Matthew chapter 7. Look in verse 15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits you shall know them. You ever hear that phrase, verse 20? Wherefore, by their fruits you're going to know them. Listen to a program this past week. They have a call-in, radio call-in program. And I'll just tell you how it went. Hey, thank you for calling the Self-Righteous Show, so-and-so. Yeah, brother, I got to tell you, I work with this guy, girl. And, you know, they claim to be a Christian, but they're just doing things that aren't like Christian-like. And, you know, I talk to them about doing those type things and say, how can you be a Christian and do that? And they tell me that they're trusted in Jesus Christ and all their sins are forgiven. But I'm just telling you that, you know, I'm not judging them, but, you know, if they were Christian, they wouldn't do the things I know they're doing. And so the preacher comes on and goes, that's exactly right. If you're a Christian, you're not going to do those things. Because the Bible says you will know them by their fruits. All right. We got two trees going. And we got two types of fruit in the illustration. There's a bad tree, an evil tree, and it brings forth bad fruit. But there's a good tree, and it brings forth good fruit. So then the whole connotation coming out of the dispensation of grace is to concentrate on verse 20. What is that? You shall know them by their fruit. And it's always identifying the bad. You'll know them by their fruit. Well, you can identify the good too, because you can know them by their fruit. I mean, if you got a bad tree bearing bad fruit, you can identify the fruit that's bad. But he also said there's a good tree there, and it bears what? Good fruit. So it tells me you can both identify both the bad and the good. You know the bad by their fruit. You'll know the good by their fruit. Now, think with me on this. In Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Jesus Christ raising up 12 men. He instructs them in doctrine on how to live for one purpose and one purpose only. To get into a kingdom that's out here, the 1,000-year reign. You remember, Peter? We're forsaken all. What's in it for us? Well, in the regeneration of the Son of Man, when he comes back down, you're going to come back up, born again, into that kingdom, and you're going to sit on 12 thrones judging 12 tribes of Israel. And all this stuff that you've given up to follow me is going to be given back 100-fold. So everything he's instructing them to do here is good to go into the kingdom. Right? Right?
Correct.
All right, then you've got a tree there that's a good tree with good fruit. If you can know the bad by their fruit, you can know the good by their fruit. So, let's take the preacher that goes out of the bounds of the dispensation of grace, which you're not supposed to do, and starts identifying them here by a teaching back here. You'll know whether they're a Christian by their fruit. In other words, the implication